Every team experiences friction, but when two key members clash repeatedly over the exact same issues, the actual work grinds to a halt. Ignoring these disagreements doesn't make them go away. The tension simply moves underground, showing up later as delayed projects, passive resistance, and a steep drop in overall team morale. Today, we're going to walk through a strict 8-step resolution process. This method takes tense, recurring disputes and turns them into documented, functional working agreements. Before we start, we have to check a critical safety prerequisite. If the behavior involves harassment, threats, or discrimination, this framework does not apply. You escalate to HR immediately. We are focusing purely on operational and process clashes. Using the right approach for these everyday disputes keeps high performers from quitting in frustration and preserves a safe environment for everyone else to speak up. Step 1 is to assess before you act. Take a step back and categorize what you are actually looking at. Determine if the team members are arguing over a task, like what technical approach to take, or a process, like who actually owns the final decision. Step 2 requires you to hold private, one-on-one check-ins with each person involved. Make sure you have these conversations on the exact same day, so neither person feels the other got an unfair head start. The most common mistake here is trying to solve the problem early. Your only job in these private meetings is to gather their unfiltered perspectives and understand the dispute. You are not forming a verdict. Step 3 is choosing the right forum for the joint conversation. There is a firm rule here. Interpersonal conflict must be resolved privately. Never hash out a dispute in front of the wider team. If you drag people into a room without these preliminary steps, you will trigger a defensive ambush. Preparing individually establishes you as a neutral facilitator, ready to guide a productive discussion. As the joint meeting begins, execute Step 4. Set explicit ground rules. Require parties to speak from experience and enforce a strict ban on interrupting. Now we reach Step 5, the most critical shift in the entire process, facilitating through interests rather than positions. The iceberg's tip represents positions, surface-level demands like, "I need final approval." Below the waterline are interests, the underlying fears driving those demands, like missing a deadline. To reach them, ask, what is it about that outcome that matters to you? Once those hidden constraints are out in the open, the positional deadlock breaks. You no longer have two adversaries fighting over a demand. You have two colleagues trying to solve a shared problem. With the real problem exposed, you move to Step 6. Generate options together. Resist the urge to dictate the fix yourself. Ask the employees to propose solutions, because people commit much harder to answers they helped build. Step 7 locks that solution in. Vague promises like, "we will communicate better," do not survive a busy workday. You need a documented resolution. Write down the exact actions required. Specify individual names, outline the exact behavior they will change, and assign a firm starting date to those changes. Step 8 ensures the fix sticks. Mandate a 15-minute check-in 2 to 4 weeks out to verify both parties are actually following the new plan. Writing down the agreement and enforcing that future check-in is what takes a temporary emotional truce and turns it into a permanent structural change. Let's review what we've accomplished. You stepped into a tense professional clash, dug past the initial anger to find the root cause, and guided the team toward a concrete agreement they designed themselves. When the wider team sees conflict handled fairly and objectively, they stop hiding mistakes and start flagging risks early, when those issues are still easy to fix. Now you can implement preventive structural measures. Use tools like a team working agreement to outline how decisions get made and how feedback is shared, catching the next wave of friction while it is still small. A team that works through a serious disagreement together often develops a deeper trust than a team that has never been tested. By resolving the clash openly, you've revealed hidden information and built a relationship that can survive friction, the hallmark of a high-performing unit.